Hey, everybody. Welcome to this week's edition of Let's Talk Marketing, the variety convo show that we have every week here across Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitch, where we discuss all things digital marketing for film and a variety of another entrepreneurial style avenues. But the most important thing is we are here for you, answering questions and putting together conversational pieces so that we can help kind of guide you guys in the direction to put together the best projects that you can. I am your host. I'm Sean M. Smith. I have less hair still, but it's growing back. I think it's growing back. Let's look. Let's take this letter opener, and I think that it's a look at letter opener height. My hair is letter opener height. I'm going to say that is awesome right there. That is progress. It's progress. My hair is growing back. Now I only need another 4 months till I got my hair back. Thanks so much, barber in Florida, which, again, people wonder why I moved out of Florida to Maryland. I never had the wherewithal to previously say the barbers, but the barbers are now on the list of reasons that I could have moved out of Florida. So give me 1 sec. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the links in a couple of groups, let some people know that we're live, and that we are here and ready to rock and roll today on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon here in lovely Ellicott City, Maryland, which is not really Ellicott City, but whatever. But it's a judgment-free zone. We're going to go to my group. We are live. Boom, we got that one up. And then we'll do Jay Horton's group. We'll do Jay. We'll see how that's going. We'll just see what's going on there today. Hey guys. Hey friends. Good show today. Would love to see you all there. Boop. And there we go. And just like that, we've got 2 posts set up. So today's episode of Let's Talk Marketing, I'm going to go to the front page, is episode 29. We're actually 29 episodes into this show, which I think is remarkable. Let me add this to the stream. Oh, wait. Darn it. Forgot to present first. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. That background doesn't look right. Oh, well, it's not my original, but we're episode 29. Ethan made it. He made it, man. That's awesome. Good to have you. And can you hear me? Because I've had some wonky microphone issues before. So I want to make sure everyone can hear me. I want to make sure the gain's not up too high and it's not too crunchy or anything. But yes, Let's Talk Marketing number 29 on a crazy amount of consecutive episodes. Who would have thunk it that we'd make it so far together? But this week's episode, I promised a bunch of stuff, and I want to do stuff a little bit differently. I want to do some stuff that we've done before. Obviously, Words of the Week is going to play into that at the very end of that, but some stuff that's new. So something borrowed, something blue, something that doesn't work here. First, what up, gangsters? Oh, a little bit of McLovin today. McLovin, look at this guy. Oh, Kevin. What a good kid. What a good guy. By the way, met him in all of the places that make sense. I met him at the Playboy Mansion the week before my wedding because I was flown out for an event for client-related stuff. And he is every bit as awkward and as much the character as you would think him to be. Or think he would be. Yeah, that makes sense. I did think him to be. That felt good, but it wasn't good. That's not correct grammar. That's not grammar. That's not great. Grammarly literally would have just lit me up. Let me see. Let me move this forward. Is this better? That's probably better. So here we go. There we go. Let me make sure it's not going to tip over. So we will now move on to Get Smart. So last week we talked again about SMART goals, if I'm not mistaken, and the idea behind how to set them and what that means. And what is the SMART goal? Well, a SMART goal is a specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based goal that you set for yourself in marketing that allows you to hit your goal. Your goal. Smart man. Yes, that wasn't redundant. Every time I say it, I feel like it's redundant, but it's not. So what do we got? The S for specific. What do I want to accomplish? What's the goal? Why is it important? Who's involved? Where is it located? Resources or limits involved. So those are very specific things that you need to identify when you set it. Measurable, how much, how many, how will I know when it's accomplished? Like, hey, anyone's out there, like, I need to know, I want to sell 1,000 copies of my DVD, and I'll know it's accomplished when 1,000 copies of my DVD have sold the SKUs through Amazon or from my house. Attainable, well, how will I accomplish this goal? I can accomplish this goal by selling through paid social advertising. How realistic is it? Oh, that's hard as hell because no one knows who I am. But I can do this if I reduce the price of the DVD or I bundle it with something else. And I do really low ads and I find a way to bundle it with a cool video, or I learned something neat somewhere along the way that helps me. Does this seem worthwhile? Well, if you sell it for $5 and it costs you $1 to make it, and the ad makes it cost you $1, you're making $3. $3 times 1,000, $3,000. If your budget was $10,000, yeah, it might be worth it. I don't know. Seems like it to me. Is this the right time? Post-production? Yeah, it seems like a perfect time. Does this match your other efforts and needs? Yes, it's recouping money on your film. Am I the right person to reach this goal? If there's not someone else to do it, then yes, you're the right person. Jay Horton actually put out a thing the other day. He said that no person successful ever complains about not having enough time. So the people that complain about not having enough time have never been successful. You'll never see Jeff Bezos being like, hey, man, I didn't have enough time to spend with this particular cause. Like, no, they either make time or they don't talk about it, because realistically, it's not something they can do. They learn how to move that time around or find other resources or dedicate time. Is it applicable in the current socioeconomic environment? If you got the money to put forth towards advertising, yes. If you don't, you don't. Last, time base. When? Now. 6 months, 3 months. When can you do 6 weeks from now? Well, in 6 weeks, we can up the budget because we'll have recouped some of our cost. What can I do today? Today I can make my ads and I can cut the video, and tomorrow I can edit the video down so it's tighter and get it under 30 seconds or 60 seconds or 90 seconds, and then put something on the website, or, whatever you want to do, however you want to do this. This is how you're going to handle it. This is your thing. Okay. SMART goals. Oh, that's wrong. That's better. Damn it. It's not, it's moving on here. Here being, it's moving here on my laptop and not here on my screen. So I need to, good Lord, remove. It's moving. So now you know what marketing is. So the idea is we're going to move into those goals, having set them. We're going to go and we're going to make a strategy with them, because the idea was we're going to do a strategy based on last. And I figured, well, what the hell? We did this last time as well, too. We're going to combine what we did with the strategy from Monday.com, right? Building a strategy. And we'll also build it from what we used with the Jamboard. So we'll go into our Jamboard. I think we got a good one here with our girlfriend, Boop, the bride, showing off the 9 core elements as I see. I'm just saying, and listen, there are more. You can break things up more specifically. Digital PR clearly is a catch-all. It also features email, but I break email out separately here. That could go into digital PR. Paid social can go into digital PR. Digital PR is campaign-based in this specific instance, as I've kind of put the iteration together, as I'd like to see. So let's fudge around together. But digital PR, paid and regular organic social, website and SEO, which again could go together. Don't have to though. Video and influencer, viral stunts, which could go with influencer, and then email. So we've got those. And what we're going to do, hopefully I can get this to work. We'll go over to cross your fingers. Everyone got your fingers crossed? Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed for technology. Yes, Monday.com. So Monday.com is a scheduling tool that allows you to build strategy within it, because using it a different way than it's meant to be. It's usually meant to be a scheduling tool. So that could be like, if you guys can see this right now, it says website. And I could be like, create wireframes. And I could be like, boom. And then who do I assign this to? And I'd be like, Ethan. And Ethan would be like, great. And let's not let me do that. Great. It's only going to let me do me. Anyway, but I could assign it to Ethan, and then Ethan would know. I'd be able to track it against that to know what's going on. So basically what we can do here, by reverse engineering it, which is intelligent marketing, you can reverse engineer a solution that you get from a bigger competitor. So I actually saw a former competitive agency that used this solution. So I worked with a brand. There was a big brand, and they allowed us to glimpse in at one point, be like, oh, look, this is how we track our stuff. And they used something similar. It was just a regular Gantt, maybe teamgantt.com, to create their time tracking. But they did it backwards. They actually also used it to create their brand. So their updates and stuff here would be like, create wireframe. And then in here, it'd be like, Ethan, here is the update on the process. And I'm just going to gobbledygook. Lorem ipsum. I don't remember the rest. Something. And this would be, and you could do your strategy in here. Now, granted, you wouldn't want, I always feel very wary of only having my data live in the cloud. But I feel safest knowing that there is a version in the cloud, because this is backed up somewhere. And regardless, you should have your stuff backed up. So if I'm sending files via email, it's the same process. So guess what? I can email this stuff out with an instant email. And guess what? Ethan's going to get this exact notification when I hit update. So I have now sent this. Again, it says Ethan because I'm saying the note. If it were to Ethan, instead it's Sean to Sean. So in my S² email inbox at Gmail, it's come to me. All right, so let's do strategy. So we'll skip website because I don't want a tremendously long episode where I draw on, because it isn't really advantageous to you guys. It's not a lot of fun to watch a 42-year-old man plan out a campaign where he talks about how he likes to schedule things when he's working with his people, my team of consultants, which is not very large. But again, you still need to stay on top of people, to make sure that this happens. But so let's go to email. Let's just do email. So up here in Kill Bill, we had said, nope, that's boring. Let's go to, what was a really good one? Build campaign. We'll do 2 ads. All right, so we'll do here. We'll move over to paid social. We'll do build campaign, 2 ads. One is of the social post place of House of Flying Blue Leaves fight. Okay, so House of Flying Blue Leaves, paid social. Oh, of course, it's the last one. All right. House of Blue Leaves fight ad. And I'm going to go back. And the other one, training montage. Okay, so the idea here is what I had done was I did an action A/B. I want an action A/B test ad. Now, normally, you can A/B test stuff, and Facebook allows you to A/B test stuff in their advertising platform. But the goal here was what I was trying to do was I wanted to A/B test creative from a marketing heightened awareness sense. I wanted to make sure that people would be paying attention to, some action. What would be more valuable? Would it be the bride training by herself, or would it be the bride kicking butt? Now, I think that we would all assume the Crazy 88s in the bride fight, censored version of that, would be more valuable to the audience. And if you guys disagree with me, you're wrong. Let me know I'm wrong. I was just say you're wrong. You're wrong. No, let me know if you think I'm wrong. But I think that's where I think we would all sit. But here's the thing: if we're wrong, we want the data to show that, because you'd want to go to your client and be like, listen, we all thought that this is what's going on. Or, well, from me, client standpoint. From you, you want to be able to look at your team and be like, listen, guys, this is crazy. We got this crazy fight scene. Ignore that this is Kill Bill. Take this from your film, right? Make it your action film. Yeah, we got this crazy fight scene. It's awesome. We got this training montage. We got the stuff with the water in the well and the climbing the stairs, right? And basically, it's like Sisyphus pushing a rock, and going. And we have the two. Oh, I'll be right back. Oh, that was quick. That was the quickest one yet. We get the two transposed against each other, and it turned out that the bride's solo stuff worked better. It just, for what it was, it brought a sense of intrigue. There was a sense of excitement around the fight, but the fight was no different than someone putting up a fight video on TikTok or Instagram Reels. What people really wanted to see was something different, and that's what that brought. So that's what you have. That's why you A/B test. So solo training videos. Montage. And also, I think the other thing I talked about when I did this, if I'm not mistaken, was I brought up the Hattori Hanzo sword. Like that being, I thought that would have been a cool ad too, but it didn't make sense for the AB. It didn't, like that presentation, because she does have the first time unveiling, if I'm not mistaken. And by the way, Ethan, did you watch Chinatown yet? I want to ask you that. I'm looking right at the camera. I hope you can hear me. I'm probably on your phone right now, and you're probably listening to me while you work. Did you watch Chinatown? Back to what I'm doing. I said that those points from Kill Bill were both very valuable, and I think that it could have worked. So anyway, House of Blue Leaves, training montage, Hattori Hanzo sword. I think it's great. I thought it all worked. Now here's how we use this. I can't go any further up, and so just so you bear with me, guys. I gotta get higher in the screen, so I might get a little fuzzy because I gotta look over the microphone. So here we go. We're inside House of Blue Lives Fight Ad. Here's an activity log. So every time someone would make a change or an update to the actual post itself, you would know, and it would tell you who did it or whatever. It filtered the log itself. So we updates. Oops, not what I wanted. Open project. Okay, here we go. Write an update. Come on. All right. My microphone, or not my microphone, the notorious mouse problem. Okay, here we go. House of Flying Leaves, or House of Blue Leaves, House of Flying Daggers, and I just literally put those two together. House of Blue Leaves fight ad. Edit. This is strategy. This is how you put it together. Edit video. Edit cleanest video footage possible. Why am I putting? I can do bullets. Make TV friendly, TV friendly spot for Facebook ad. 30-second. Now here's we go. We're gonna do targeting from here. Target users with penchant for, I wanted to write interest in, but I just want to say the word penchant today. I'm going to be honest. With penchant for Kung Fu, spaghetti Western, if that's even going to be listed in here, but I want to be oddly specific because that was Quentin's goal. Then you want to do Quentin. You want to do Pulp Fiction. These are just short. I'm not going to do it. And then I'm missing one. Guilty look. No, I haven't watched Chinatown yet. I did introduce my son to 82 Beastmaster. Okay, you know what? That's all right. You did introduce him to a classic. You, however, have work to do. You have to watch Chinatown. I know that you know the majority of the beats, but you have to watch it. It's so different than the beats. It's more than that. Obviously, you know that as a filmmaker. It's more than that. Please watch it. I literally just last week I had Sean on here, and Sean won the gift card for the giveaway for the 100-person group size thing, and I just gave away money towards a GoFundMe for a film, or not a GoFundMe for a film, an Indiegogo for a film. I need you to now pull your weight and watch a film that you didn't promise me you would watch. You didn't say anything about that. Now I want you to do that. Do that thing you didn't say you would do. Target users with interest. Okay. And what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do use 5, 6, 7, 8 music if possible. And I think the idea should be drive fans to what is the most actionable piece of material that they have. Where can we put these fans? What is something that they want to do? Well, we want them to buy tickets, but that doesn't make sense. You don't buy tickets ahead of time because no one does that. Anyone who does that's a silly goose. Anyone who does that's a silly goose magoose. What we want them to do is come to the page, get information, and leave. So maybe to an event page. I don't know. Let's do something wacky. Right now, I don't do tremendously well with event pages, but let's see if I can do better with this one. This is somebody else's money. Drive fans to an event page for premiere in their area. Let's try and bring them to a larger event, or partnership with radio or TV station. There, I like this. And then we're going to do the exact, come on. We're going to do the exact same campaign over here. And do the exact same one over here. Except we're not going to do the 5, 6, 7, 8. That part's not necessary. Come on. This part's not true because that'd be weird if you had the 5, 6, 7, 8. That'd be weird. Now you could do this all the way through. The idea here would be like in an instance where we did the influencers. Now you can get more granular. So you got 20 tracksuits that we're sending out to influencers, asking for photos and photo shoots to get promo for the material. Be the bride. All right. So we'll go to influencers and we'll create tracksuits. Male tracksuits. Reach out to influencers, get collateral photos, create UGC gallery for film, invite influencers to film premiere. I mean, the sky's the limit. And then basically you're creating a strategy that continues to be self-sustaining. It's self-sufficient. It rolls and it rolls and it rolls. And one of the things that ends up happening from this is you're creating a really great, the brand isn't just Quentin or The Bride or Kill Bill. It is you. It is your company. It is, and in this instance, it's your production company. It's your film company. You have more to offer. You'll have a second film or a third film, and these people will now know who you are. This is part of why, when some people have talked about, one of the things that matters is that sometimes you're not going to get a good review. But what's really important is maintaining a good relationship with that reviewer, because people that give reviews that aren't good. Like there's a difference between an unkind review and a bad review. You can have a bad day and review something and it's pretty crappy. You can review something that's not for you and the review is crappy. But you can literally have an absolutely really crappy product come into your lap and you review it and you try and be kind about it. And that kindness will always connect. So you will, as a person, you can reach out and be like, hey man, sorry, you didn't really connect. But I do appreciate the effort on that. Maybe hit you up on the next one, or you can maintain a relationship because if the site is a good site or the person is a good reviewer and you respect them beyond what they put together for your review, it is absolutely worth talking about. Like if you got a black and white sci-fi feature and you reached out to Rolling Stone, right? And for whatever reason that day, Rolling Stone decided to pick your little indie black and white sci-fi feature from the pile and they hated it. And that doesn't make sense because it's meant to be campy, indie, fun, sci-fi, nostalgia trip. You're not going to write off Rolling Stone forever. You can't write off that reviewer if he's a gatekeeper to the reviews department, because the people that are reviewing at the very bottom, that's who they are. They're the gatekeepers. And one day they may be at the top of the department. You can't write that guy off. So what do? You build a relationship. So same thing with influencers. I guess it's kind of what I'm getting at is right now the influencer today was the person that originally, when we were doing digital PR 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 years ago, they were the people that we were writing the website. And we'd be like, hey, man, I got this great album coming out. You guys want to have an interview with them? And they're like, let me listen to the album first. And then you wouldn't hear from them. And, you then get a review from them and they'd be like, hey, we didn't really like this album. And you're like, okay, well, now I feel stupid, but I got to follow up. And you'd follow up. And they'd be like, yeah, it just wasn't for me. I don't really want to do that interview. And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. Thanks. What do I do now? Where do I go? Because I really wanted to work with you. But back to Rolling Stone. Back to influencers, you have to maintain a relationship with people and building them now, a day, a person at a time, a handshake at a time, a person a day. I'm trying to say, build a relationship a day if you can. Good Lord. Oh. I'm gonna meme myself with that. If it's something that you really want to do and you want to be in the game, you don't complain about not having time, and you go out there and you make the time. You write that short email, and there's people that have loaded the slingshot the opposite direction. Instead of trying to get the feature for their film, they listened and they got it for themselves. So the film wasn't the focus; it was about them and what they were doing, and that they just put out this film. And it was brilliant. I'm really, really proud of those people that have done that. And, all you can hope is that, like, listen, man, if anyone that's watched the show at any friggin' point has gotten any knowledge, or I've been of any help at any point, or if I've gotten on the phone with you and you got an idea and something worked, it's been worth it. That's why these 29 episodes have meant a lot to me. So I hope it's helped. And Ethan, sorry I signaled you out with your black and white indie sci-fi. I was just kind of like, I was looking over and I saw the chat, and so I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna bring up the only thing I can think of at this very moment. But anyway, I just think when people are putting together strategy right now, I don't think we see enough of people accepting that we don't have enough time. Like, I don't have enough time. I run a company. I don't have enough time. Whether it's I have an SEO client, I have a full scale music client. I'm working with a film client. I'm wrapping up a festival client. Like, there's not enough time, but you make the time. You have to put the time in. And it's not a bad thing. It's okay. I'm not big up in myself. I'm sorry. I just got get a little carried away. I'll ask Mean Gene what I think. Mean Gene, what do you think? All right. So let's move on from this. We're now 30 minutes into the show. I just went on like a 5-minute thing. If you think that was a silly rant, give me a 1. If you think that it was okay that I did it, give me a 2. Because I don't know what I was thinking for a minute there, but we're coming back to me, and I still look weird with no hair. So I want to talk about something that I said I was going to discuss because it comes up a lot. I had a call the other day, and someone actually asked me, what is the difference between marketing and advertising? And it was like, okay, well, I have no problem speaking to this point. What when a person says like, what is marketing? Marketing is pretty simple. Marketing is something overarching and much larger than what is being seen. Like advertising, publicity are a part of marketing. Marketing is a business practice that involves identifying. This is coming directly from the American Marketing Association. It's a business practice that involves identifying, predicting, and meeting customer needs. You're doing tootin'. They're fun. Rants are fun. So basically, the idea of a marketer is you identify and predict what the market, I mean, that's not really fair. It's not using the word market, what a consumer is going to want and what they're going to need. You look at the data. I'm a data-driven marketer. I look at the numbers. Jay Horton's a good example as well, too. Someone's phenomenal at using data to make driven decisions. But like you look and you predict based on that. It's not an exact science all the time, but it's a pretty good science. And then you meet the customer's needs. How do I know what they want? Well, I predict it based on previous consumer reactions and also purchase decisions. If I saw what they did with Space Jam back in 1996, I can assume what they might do with this generation on a nostalgia trip back here in back in 2021. I got thrown off because Ashish showed up. Ashish Joshi, hello. Ashish says hello, and I like when Ashish says hello. I don't know Ashish, but seems like a good dude. So anyway, and these people right here, I got to be honest with you. I know this guy right here has a man bun. You see it? This guy right here in the front on the left, definitely got a curly man bun. This guy's got long, messy hair. And this girl's got a sport coat with brass buttons. So, Dorian, what is up, my man? Thanks for coming to the show. Never too late. We're talking about the differences between marketing and advertising. They're very simple, very short. Getting into them now. And the biggest difference is going to come up in a second. Advertising is a business practice where a company pays to place its messaging or branding in a particular location. Now, there's going to be some examples in 2 seconds. Ready? One. I went too soon. Leave it to Sean. Traditional advertising. All right. So you're looking at billboards and newspapers. Retail advertising like in-store. You're looking at online advertising like what you see a lot of what I do. So paid, interstitial ads, the stuff that you hate on any site that you try and read. Mobile advertising, which is the bane of my existence at this point. Outdoor advertising like billboards. And then PPC. And there's a difference between PPC and online advertising. Pay-per-click, they're actually talking straight Google. Whereas online advertising, they're talking site scan and roadblocks, plus also interstitial, which are pop-ups, and also those really unique cut-ins and things like that, the fly-ins. That's what I was trying to say. Oh, let me cut this out. So what's happening? The main difference between advertising and marketing is advertising is a part of marketing. Remember at the very, very beginning, if we went back, marketing is about basically predicting and about analyzing and making decisions with that data. Advertising is a tool that you use to put media out there. So paid, earned, and owned media. So with paid media is exactly what we're talking about on the slide before this. So you're looking at all of these out. This is paid media. This is opportunities for you to spend money to advertise your client or your own materials. Earned media, which is a lot of times it's comparable to for marketing as a whole. And by the way, these are so paid media is a piece of marketing. Earned media is a piece of marketing as well too. Earned media is if digital PR, as I call it. I don't put earned media because I think that's confusing. And I could change it to that if everyone loved it, but no one ever said anything. But the idea behind earned media would be that you're talking, I reach out to Rolling Stone and I get a review for Ethan's film. Ethan's film gets reviewed and he gets a great review and it gets him a ton of publicity and he's now the talk of the town, right? Earned media. Owned media, your website, your Facebook, which technically is rented, but it's owned at this point. Your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok, your Pinterest, your all of that stuff, that's owned. That's an owned experience, but those are all marketing touch points as far as the eye can see. So, and that is the main difference as far as I remember. I wonder if this goes to the next section. Yeah, it does. And we're not doing this yet. We're not doing words of the week yet. And I kind of hope that clears up a little bit of the confusion. Publicity is also a segment of marketing as well, too. And I know that I mentioned in this in the show description that I was going to talk about publicity, but this just ends up being self-explanatory because advertising ends up being the big confusing one. Publicity is the exact same thing. It's a form of marketing, whereas you run up against the idea is that publicity is a publicist is a person that reaches out as a form of marketing to get you earned media placements. That's it. They get you earned media placements, and they do all of the things that happen as a marketer. So that's what a publicist does. A marketer and a publicist are almost the exact same thing. The difference is a marketer does data-driven speculation, whereas a publicist does execution. And I think that is probably the best way to explain that. Give me a 1 if that makes sense. Give me a 1 if that makes sense, chat. I've got fidget spinners on my desk today because I made a mess of my desk. Fidget spinners. I actually was super scared to do that by the lens. That looks cool. Actually, the orange, this is HubSpot. This is a HubSpot one from when I used HubSpot on my old company site. See it? Looks like Orange Theory Fitness, but it's a cool one. This one's Star Wars. I know, coolest 42-year-old man in this office. I'm telling you right now. Bet on me. No pop quiz. No pop quiz. But what was the name of your movie? Your black and white movie that you did where you built the sets and stuff that I thought was so cool that we talked about. What was that called? Because I can't remember it right now. I know, I can tell you, I watched a film, an indie film the other day that was gorgeous that I'd love to talk about online. I don't think I can talk about it on the show. But I think it's pretty great. It's pretty great. I'll talk about it offline. But it was pretty good. And yeah, so we're doing well. I think everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's doing good. And I think that what we're going to do is boop. You'd like to advertise and market your new animated film come up. Well, I mean, Dorian, if at the end of the call, at the end of the show, I give you my link so that you can set up a Zoom call so that maybe I can help you knock out some of the cobwebs, help you set up a plan, get your stuff together, and see how I can help you in any way. But my goal, my sincere goal is for this show to exist for fun, get a lot of viewers, have a lot of fun, have some good conversations, have some laughs, get to 100 million shows and be like, I did nothing with my life. No, I'm just kidding. And then ultimately, like, listen, man, if I can unstick some people and like there's a place to work together, let me know. But that's the thing. At the end of the show, grab the information. Comes up after the where you can find me, and we'll do that. Is that cool? Is that cool? Give me a hell yeah, like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Give me a hell yeah if that's good. Give me a heartache tonight, I know. It's been a pretty quick show. You know what? I'm ready for it. It's 40 minutes in. This one is going to be rough, I'm sure of it, because my son was in a bad mood again. So last night, he finished his part of the deck, and I was not feeling so good about what he did, I put the colors in. I was like, okay, it's going to be red this week because 10 episodes ago was red, and every 10 episodes we change the same color. I was like, but you do your thing, man. You let me know what you think. And he definitely, he was laughing while he picked his words from random word generator. Well, what are we talking about? We're talking words of the week. I'm going to go smaller. Words of the week. This is a feature in every week's show. Whereas my son, Carter, the 7-year-old man of the hour, goes into random word generator and picks 3 random words without knowing what they are, puts them into the deck at the very end of the show so that I have literally no idea what is in there ahead for me. What do I have to do? I have to take each of these words and either use them in context of marketing, my career, or I have to define them as a term in marketing. And then you guys get to judge my performance and let me know if the kid won on a scale of 1 to 5. I get a 1. He gets, it's great. I get a 5. I'm the worst. Either way, he gets dessert. I've been giving him extra dessert every Tuesday if he wins. So without further ado, words of the week. Here we go. Sean is scared. I don't watch it on my big screen here. I only watch my deck on the big screen. I watch everything else over here on my laptop, and this is frightening. Here we go. I click it. Shoot. Okay. This is my number one favorite thing. Most people are really, really scared of marketing, and that seems like the absolute craziest thing to say. Because it's pretty simple. It requires a lot of work, and I think people make it seem like it's harder than it is, but it is not. The secret to marketing is there's no secret. But in order to succeed at this thing, and you have to take your shot. You have to shoot in order to literally hit that shot. I've had people that came on this show, like not as guests, but came to the show, and we had our call after the fact, and we're like, oh, well, I want to do this, but I'm worried about that, and I don't think I can do this. I'm like, look, it's really easy, dude. Like, just go look about us or contact us section of the site, and then they'll have a reach out to us. This is editorial, and then reach out to them, and you'll hear from them either right away or in a couple of weeks. And when you hear from them, then send them a nice email and pitch them, and either they'll let you know if they're interested or they're not. If you don't hear from them, they're not interested. I was like, you follow up. If they don't reach out, they're not interested. And that's when you execute the slingshot. That's the whole idea behind shooting your shot. Like the literal slingshot is shooting your shot. I came up with it like as a definition. It's the ballsiest way of you telling someone that was bigger, here's a fear of missing out. You literally said no to me. And here are these other people that said yes. Will you pay attention now, asshole? Because I'm telling you, I'm worth paying attention to. Will you please pay attention now? It's just shooting your shot. I think that one was good. Don't tell me yet. Remember, it's always at the end. Experience. Nothing makes up. Wait, you can be extremely talented. You can be extremely intelligent. But nothing will get you farther than solid experience. Now take this back. I worked with a lot of people that were better at this than me. Really good. They were much, much better at this than me. The reason that I'm still doing this and that they're in another field beyond perseverance is that my experience has been so good. I have been able to kind of just seg my way over to other stuff. I've been able to move from, entertainment to Carfax to forrent.com to Window Nation, talk about interior design and home improvement, to e-commerce stuff, selling mugs and selling in-home air conditioners, which, by the way, man, I was right. A year ago, I was selling little portable air conditioners, and now all of a sudden this year they're on shelves and they're huge. It's doing big money. Like, I missed out by 1 year. Oh, I'm so mad. Anyway, and like come off to where I'm now, and I'm doing everything again, all the stuff that I like. And you can't make up for experience, but in order to get that experience, you need to put the time in. Start now. Start now. Start now. Like literally do the one email a day or one tweet a day. Tweet at the editor-in-chief of Revolver. Just, it seems stupid that they won't answer. Okay, don't write them again tomorrow, but try again next week. Always be in the process of trying to shake a hand, because it's not about being abusive and trying to network. It's about taking the time to show someone you appreciate them and what they do, and hoping they'll look back at you and say, hey, man, that's the type of person that I appreciate too, because look at how kind they're being. It's about kindness always. Kindness always. It'll pay for itself. Banner. I'm going to say something. I think that if you want to have oh, hang on. I'm coming right back in now. Yes. Don't know why the camera does that. It's not overheating. The battery is literally fake. It's plugged in. If you want to have a truly banner year, you need to surround yourself with people that are smarter than you at the things that you don't do well. So if you're like a 9 at filmmaking, like I'm a 9 director and a 8 screenwriter, and you don't have 9s and 8s in screenwriting or directing, you put like a 7 or an 8, gaffer, and like a 8 cinematographer. Like surround yourself with people that are better than you, so that you can have that better year. Now transpose that to marketing, because we're talking about marketing. When I hire people that are so much better than me at stuff that I'm uncomfortable when we have conversations. Not like in a, oh man, I'm so scared, but in a, I have to ask questions, and asking questions sometimes makes people in a position of power or authority uncomfortable. And I'm not really good with letting myself go. Like, I don't really know what's going on. I'm not really comfortable with that. Oh, well, I'm uneasy with admitting I don't know something sometimes. And, a lot of the time I try and be as humble as possible. I think on here, because it's me leading the show, that doesn't really come off. It just comes off like maybe I'm an authority, or hopefully I come off kind. But when I'm in a conversation with other people, you're having a conversation, and like it's really hard. Well, when you hire really smart people that are an authority in the space, you're comfortable. You have to be comfortable admitting you don't know. You just have to. But when you do, you'll have a banner year. I think that was my weakest one. That is all of them, guys. 1 to 5, 5 being worst, 1 being best. Obviously, the kid wins if I get a 4 or 5. Yes, I win if I get a 1 or 2. 3 is a tie. Who won? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 is a tie. 3 is a tie for the week. And if you want to see what the little dude looks like, he actually interviewed me on episode 20, 3 episodes back, 26, episode 26, while we were in Tampa at my mom's. So he interviewed me on the episode about me. He helped me put the deck together. It was pretty great. We get some feedback. This is the first episode. Also, there's no beverages in the office. I made a decision to no beverage it. No beverages in the office. Let's see some scores. 1 to 5. 1 is amazing. 5 is garbage. How did I do? What a feeling. Do-do-do. Mm-hmm. Yo, you guys are slow today. Slow. What are you writing it out? In lorem ipsum? Spelling it out? Ethan gives the kid dessert. I think I have enough Rocket Pops. I think it's Rocket Pops tonight is what we're doing. We're going to do some Rocket Pops. Anybody else? What do we got? Dorian, you got feedback? What do you think? 1 to 5. 1 to 5. 3 gets the kid dessert still. Oh, man, my mustache is falling. I can't figure out what wax to use right now. Right now, I'm just like falling all over the place. So, well, in the meantime, let me take this off the screen. Oh wait, I didn't want to take that off the screen. Not like that. I want to take it off the screen like that. So it's good to be home. You guys miss this office? Was it weird in Tampa? Oh, Dorian gives me a 2. Yeah. Freedom. Revolution. Revolution. That's my man, Dorian. Excellent. Up to 6. So let's do this real quick. So we're at the end of the show. I didn't change this image. Of all the images to change, is my favorite. But yeah, it doesn't hurt because guess what? Where to find me? You guys know by this point, I am on Facebook at Sean Michael Smith. You look on Twitter, I'll be easy to find, Sean M. Smith. I'm also on Clubhouse. I keep promising myself I'm going to turn the microphone on one day, but I can't bring myself to do it. It's Sean Smith, Sean M. Smith. On Instagram and Twitch, I'm S-Squared22, War Chief 1212. My stream is super interesting. It's all over the place, but thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. And then if you're on YouTube, everyone should go there. It's probably my best friend. It's Sean Smith, capital S, 22. There's another Sean Smith on YouTube. I need to get to 100 subscriptions so that I can, or subscribers, so that I can pick a custom handle that I can change 3 times in 1 year. Dropping elbows like Randy Macho Man Savage. I like marketing too, War Chief. And what else you got? Comes in handy with the streaming. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I'm writing your handle down right now so I can check out your thread later, or your handle later. War Chief 1212. Thank you for coming by. Oh, thanks, man. Do appreciate it. Yeah, this is what I do every Tuesday. Every Tuesday at 2:15, I picked a random time during the pandemic and decided that this was what I wanted to do with my life. This is me. Yeah, of course, man. That's what I do. Following back and dropping elbows. All right, and here we go. Last thing is here. Hopefully Dorian's still with me. Dorian, if you're still here, we can chat. This is my thread. Everybody that comes to the call knows, or to the show knows, that you get a 45-minute chat with me at least once. Go.oncehub.com/Sean M. Smith. That'll give you my calendar so that you can see what it looks like for the next 5 days for me so that we can sit down and talk. I would absolutely love to see what film issues you're dealing with. Can I help you get unstuck, man? It would mean a lot. I take a lot of pride in being able to get people out of the mud, so to speak. So let's do that. Do it. Hey, man, if you're in film, if you're into marketing, you just want to chat for 45 minutes, talk marketing, talk shop, that's what I do. Keep growing the channel, keep growing everything. That's what I'm doing. I run my own company, and I love to do it. So that's where we are at. So let's do this. I'm going to click this. I think that is the end. Hold on. Why won't it let me go? Good Lord. Yes, StreamYard, you're crushing it today. All right, but that is it for me for today. I am your host, Sean M. Smith. This has been episode 29 of Let's Talk Marketing. Hopefully we will be back soon next week. The only reason I say hopefully is because God only knows what's going to happen in the next 7 days. Maybe my computer will grow legs and kick my ass for me making it do 29 shows and then like 65 podcasts. And who knows? Who knows? It's been a weird pandemic. It's been weird. All right. Peace out, buddies.